first century replica tomb. We created this tomb to look like first century tombs. Burials were very important. In the Old Testament, the first burial is Abraham. He bought the cave of Machpelah. He buried Sarah in it. He himself was buried in it. His sons were buried there. So burial rituals go back way, 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 way far. I think Abraham was like 4,000 years ago. So even now, when a person dies, their family has to bury them within 24 hours, if at all possible. So the family gets together, they wash the body, they oil it, they put spices on it, they wrap it in linen, and they lay it in the tomb. In the tomb are boxes that are carved in the wall called niches. They lay the body in the niche. They roll the stone over, and they leave the body in the tomb for a year. At the end of a year, they do what is called the secondary burial. They roll the stone back. At this point, there are only bones. They collect the bones, they put them in a stone box called an ossuary, and they stack the boxes in the corner. So in the Bible, when it says, "And he was gathered to his forefathers," what it means is his bones were put to rest with his ancestors' bones. Now this is a rich man's tomb. Poor people were buried in a hole in the ground. No secondary burial for them. So, was Jesus a rich man? How did he end up being buried in a rich man's tomb?
Was he offered?
Yeah.
Well, Joseph of Arimathea was a wealthy man who had a tomb close by the crucifixion site. He went to Pontius Pilate, he requested Jesus' body, and he and Nicodemus washed the body, oiled it, prepared it, wrapped it in linen, and laid it in Joseph's tomb and closed the stone on it. This fulfills the requirements that's in the Old Testament, the prophecy that he will be with the rich in his death. But Jesus only needed the tomb for the weekend. If you want, you can have a look in. Please don't go in. The ceiling is very low, but you can certainly look in, see the niches and stuff. Poke your heads in there.
Não pode entrar.
É um túmulo que eles acharam.
Any question?
This tomb is a tomb that you guys found?
We made
Or
this
you
tomb.
made it to
Yes,
show?
we started out with hammers and chisels. We ended up with jackhammers.
Got it.
Because it is bedrock.
Yes.
There's no history for Joseph. Of Arimathea? No, Joseph.
Nobody.
Deixa eu fazer a foto. Que lindo.
Nazareth was a very small town, 20 or 30 families. Very poor. I remember Nathaniel said, "Can anything good come from Nazareth?" I mean, Nazareth was just like a little
Village.
on the map.
Because they in that time they don't have the idea of the power is Jesus.
No, they had no
That
idea.
is a child, is a
Yeah.
grown-up boy.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, okay.
It's Joseph's son Jesus. There he is. He helps his dad. He worked with his dad. Yeah. But after Jesus' baptism, when the Holy Spirit came, that's when it all
That is the-
changed. He was without sin his whole childhood and adolescence, but until his baptism, when John the Baptist baptized him, then the Holy Spirit came.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I
So,
just go to have a look.
yes.
Very interesting.
It's the same topic.
And the family would be buried
Yes, all together.
all together.
Yes.
That's interesting that, of course, Joseph of Arimathea
Yeah.
gave the grave, but he had the same name as
As
Jesus' dad, who he would have been buried with if he was a normal human being.
That is a cool insight. I
Yeah,
never
little
thought about that.
revelation.
Yeah.
Same name, just different
Yeah.
purposes.
But there were lots of Jesuses, lots of Josephs.
Exactly.
But that was
Exactly, but
interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about that.
Yeah.